There's been a lot of talk in the boxing world the last few days. I think you know the fight that I'm talking about. Guillermo Rigondeaux versus Vasily Lomachenko. I've heard very little substance and very few serious comments about it, which I guess I can understand, since it was one of the strangest fights I've ever seen. I hear a lot of people talking about how Rigo must have thrown the bout, and even more talking about how easily Lomachenko dominated and humiliated Rigondeaux in the ring. I'll try not to marginalize Loma's victory, and I don't think he looked bad, but I feel like I understand what happened in the ring Saturday night. I won't be posting any media myself, but I'll tell you where to look, and by that I mean the round and the time when it happened. It's true what Rigondeaux said. He lost. It's also true that he quit, but some of the fans need to give the man a break. They act like he's the first fighter to receive an injury. Where was this mysterious injury? I'm sure you're all wondering. Right at the start of the second round, 35 seconds in, with 2:25 on the clock. Rigo can be seen crouching low. Lomachenko leans against him for a second, and then fires two hooks, one to the body and one to the head. Rigondeaux caught the punch coming high on his glove, and you can hear the sound of the impact. Loma's not known for his power punching, but this was a hook delivered from a fresh Lomachenko on the pivot. And with that shot, I believe Rigo thought it was injured enough to all but stop throwing it. He did quit, I admit it, but Lomachenko hardly whooped him. His punch stats were 18%, and I didn't see much landing clean. I feel bad as a fan, and I feel bad for Rigo, because I feel like there was a lot he could have done to test Loma if he could fight his fight. I suppose I'll commend him surviving for 6 rounds against Lomachenko, even if the world despises him for it. Sure, he talked a little trash on Twitter, but I don't believe he wasn't ready to fight. And speaking objectively, as a just over 40 or just under 40-year-old man, he went in with the younger champion 2 weight classes above him. And I think it looked like almost every fight he's ever been in, except for the fact that his left hand stayed at home. I'm sure Rigondeaux feels horrible about Saturday, and even worse now that he knows his hand isn't broken. But perhaps it would have been if he kept punching with it. Do you expect him to fight nearly 11 rounds with a damaged hand that's getting more damaged and painful with every punch he throws or defends? I think Rigo knew he was out of it, especially after losing a punch for holding. With his left gone, I think he just gave it up, because it's very unlikely he'd be able to land a knockout against Lomachenko in that condition. And that's it, boxing fans. What I believe to be the ugly truth. I doubt Rigo will get another shot at Loma, and I don't think there was a big payday for him at 400K. I don't think he threw the fight either, so I doubt there was any money for him under the table. Not to mention, I think he really would have liked to give his Uncle Bob another L for his 86, and maybe a stroke or a heart attack. But I remember the Jackal, and I still think he's a great boxer.